Do you want a flagship executive luxury sedan, but you're not interested in one of the big three German options, the Mercedes S-Class, the BMW 7 Series, or the Audi A8L? Well, you have essentially one other choice, and it's a pretty cool one, the Genesis G90, because Lexus has said goodbye to the LS. The American manufacturers don't really make anything like this, and Bentley and Rolls-Royce options are way too high of a price tag. They're really cool, but totally different segment. But the G90 is actually pretty impressive. In terms of value, it actually is a pretty compelling one. Now, it's very expensive still. It's a very nice luxury sedan, but the base G90 starts at just under $93,000, and this G90 Black Edition, it's not only blacked out, but it serves to be the top of the line, most option, fully loaded version, has pretty much no additional options. It just comes loaded from the factory, and with destination delivery, it's like just under $108,000, which, yes, I know it's a lot of money, but that's like $10,000, $15,000 cheaper than a comparable S-Class, and it's not missing anything. I mean, it's got adjustable multi-chamber air suspension with road preview, so it uses a camera to see what's going on the road in front. We've got rear steer. The engine is a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 with an E supercharger. It's a mild hybrid, making 409 horsepower, 405 pound-feet of torque. It's got a fantastic interior with really nice materials, quilted Napa leather, heated massage seats, a nice sound system, and watch this, luxury is not having to strain yourself, right? So closing doors, we don't do that. Simply press this right here, and the door powers shut. That works on all four doors. Nice. Now, I am a former Audi A8L owner, so I love these just flagship, massive luxury sedans. They're so relaxing. They're just such a nice form of transportation, so I'm really excited to spend a week living with this G90 Black and see what it's like. Oh no, I forgot to close those two doors, and I don't feel like walking around to the other side of the car. No worries. Those remote control doors are fantastic. Boop. We have two rotary dials here in the middle. This one is your drive selector. Be careful not to pick the wrong one. This is a very interesting steering wheel, very chunky two-spoke design, kind of reminiscent of the previous generation S-Class, actually. Also got to turn on my massage seats. I'll go with whole body energizing mode, and you can also pick your session length. Long 20 minutes, medium 15, short 10 minutes. I'm just going to do 20 minutes because I want maximum massage comfort all the time. There's a couple of different options, and I'm pretty sure, because this one is a fully loaded one, every single seat in this car has massage seats. Into sport mode, let's see what this V6 feels like. Decent power and torque. Definitely sounds and feels like a V6. I think the inline sixes are maybe a little bit smoother. Obviously the V8s are another tier up, but I don't mind it. I just remembered something really random. This was maybe 2 years ago. I was supposed to spend time with, I forget if it was a G80 or a G90, but it had the same V6 with the E supercharger on it, and like 2 days, or maybe the day before it was supposed to be dropped off, I got an email, and they were like, we're so sorry, but the vehicle has to go to the dealership because a squirrel or some sort of rodent chewed through like the charge pipe or something under the hood, got attacked by a rodent, probably because it was covered in some sort of like biodegradable material that attracts them and they make their nests out of it. Anyways, they're like, we've never had this happen before, but yeah, the car needs to go to the dealership. Let me get your door for you, honey. Seat, second row right. Let's put you into rest mode, which means this seat is folding forward. Well, you really can't see anything at all right now. So the front passenger seat is coming forward, and your seat back there will recline. You're just in the dark right now. Oh. Turn on your light. Now you've got a spotlight. Oh. That's like a reading light. That's properly bright. All right, now that Angel is in rest relaxation, let me start her massage seat. Very, very nice. Oh, I want my massage seat too. Even though I am chauffeur dutying, I am the chauffeur, I still get comfort. Quick late night trip to Costco and Menards. Menards is such a weird store because it's so many like home improvement things, right? So it's like a Home Depot or a Lowe's where you have tools and bathtubs and sinks and stuff. But you can also buy cereal and pet food and like random olives. Like, it's such a weird store, such a weird mix of things. My, have you learned quickly, immediately gravitating towards that back seat? You like the chauffeur experience, don't you? There's not even a semblance of getting in the front seat.
Well, the front seat is also pushed all the way towards the front.
Oh, because of the rear seat lounge experience. I'm being pressed into duty as a chauffeur again. Do you have enough space back here?
Yes. Thank you.
That is pretty nice, isn't it?
It is very spacious.
Like there is so much legroom, and they launched, I believe, a long wheelbase version in Korea.
Oh,
that's
really?
even like it's got like an extra 8 inches, and like the
that's
center
nice.
console extends. It's crazy. It's like full limo, but
Is it the same price point?
no, it's probably way more expensive, and I don't think it's sold here. This is just the regular G90 here. I'm gonna put my backpack here. My backpack gets the quilted Napa leather treatment. I also really like this pattern. So the ambient lighting shines up, and this is the wood grain you can feel, but they have this really cool like engraved pattern in there. Ambient lighting all across the interior, and you actually have a little bit of it up here too. Oh, can I open these all the way? Wait, no, what am I doing? Oh wait, it turned off. Interesting. When the shade is closed, you get ambient lighting. When you open it to see through, you don't get ambient lighting. We also have a chauffeur mode. If I hold this, it goes into chauffeur mode, which would prioritize the comfort of your rear seat passengers that you are chauffeuring.
Highly important.
Highly important. And one thing I've noticed is it does change the brake pedal threshold to my feel. Like it really softens it. So it makes hard braking incidents less likely because you want to maximize the comfort, obviously, but also it means you need to really be watching your distances. Here's chauffeur mode because I am in chauffeur duty right now. Also, you get the blind view monitor, which is one of my favorite things about Hyundai Kia Genesis vehicles. Pulls up a little camera view of your blind spot when you indicate. And you have so many redundant blind spot warnings. See the red one there, and then also in the heads-up display and in your mirror. Time to go on a date. Ooh, actually, I have an idea. Ooh, welcome sequence. That's cool. All right, let me see if I can back this thing out of the garage without getting in. So we're gonna remote start. Engine fires up. Double check. Yep, okay, so we have space. So simulation, imagine the wall was right here and you can't get in. Now, what we do is go on the key fob. There's the backwards button. Press and hold that. And theoretically, this should go backwards out of the garage. Lights turn on. I think I just heard the parking brake release. And it is backing out. It's gonna clear the side of the garage door. This is actually really cool. Although it's snowing, raining outside right now, and the garage was warm and dry, so this was not thought out properly. We're just trying to demonstrate the functionality. Actually, yeah, we're gonna bring it back into the garage because it's snowing outside, and I'd rather us get into the car in the dryness of the garage. So, whoa, it turned. Did you see that? It turned to like make sure it could clear in. I didn't know. I thought it just went straight forward and back.
Well, then stop if I'm in the way.
Yes. You want to simulate it?
I'm gonna stop it.
Oh, it turned a little bit. You want to sit up front? You want to sit in back?
Ooh.
I think you should get the rear chauffeur experience. Door handles pop out. Yeah, you can put it in a full lounge relaxation mode. All right, so we slept in a bit, and then we went to the gym, and now it's time for date afternoon / date night. We're gonna go get Detroit Pho and Crab. It's a pho and crab place, which I know I'm excited for.
I'm so excited.
You're so excited too?
I'm looking forward to this all night.
All right, let me set up your lounge relaxation, honey. There we go. You're 5'10"-ish, 5'11"?
Yeah, 5'10".
And you've got plenty of space. The headrests are all comfy. Let me make sure your massage seats are going too. Let's see, we'll start there, high intensity, 20 minutes. Also, you can control your heated seat back there. But your little touchscreen over there.
Controller here.
This is a proper like VIP rear seat experience here. We've got the whole center console with the screen, the quilting, the lighting. We've got the privacy shades too. There we go.
There we go.
Alrighty. So, we have this G90, the black, right? They've just launched Magma, which is their performance line, starting with the GV60 Magma, essentially the Genesis, more luxurious version of the Hyundai Ioniq 5N, so a sporty little EV crossover. But then they also have the supercar, a mid-engine supercar coming. It's supposed to have different flavors, targeting something like the Porsche 911. So you have entry-level ones, you have more track-focused ones, more powerful version ones, and then they also had the wingback concept, which is based off this G90. Imagine a massive wagon. So because it's based off the G90, it's a class bigger than like a 5 Series Touring or the Audi RS6 Avant, and it looks serious, like widened out fenders, little arrow cues. It looks absolutely spectacular. The stacked like exhaust tips. It would be pretty awesome to see Genesis push on and just take on the Germans, the Mercedes with their AMG, Audi with the RS models, the luxury side, the performance side. There's some pretty cool stuff. Uh-oh. Critical forward safety functions are limited. Radar blocked. It's snow. Snow is probably snow and ice are covering sensors. It said a couple of the driver assistance things are not available. Ah, my personal space is being invaded.
That's me all the time.
Ah. This is not appropriate rear seat passenger behavior, honey.
Hold my toe is romantic.
I'm not holding your toe.
They're clean. These are clean socks.
What? Man, it is really snowing. All right, time to get some food, which is very much needed because it's past 3 o'clock and we have not eaten yet today, and we are rapidly approaching hangry. Oh, it looks busy. Rear steer definitely makes this thing easier to maneuver and park. Into park we go. Off, and let's go get some food. These are some absolutely massive snowflakes that we have falling right now. Finish some fantastic food. Back into the G90. Oh, much less hangry. Much better, right?
I feel a lot happier.
I am really liking the G90. From a styling standpoint, it's very distinctive. It definitely beats the BMW 7 Series, which got hit over the head with the ugly stick, right? Compared to the A8L, the A8's a little more generic looking. I think this has a very unique look. The S-Class definitely looks nice, especially with like the AMG design package and of course an S63. But I gotta say, the G90 looks really nice. From a dynamic standpoint, from a ride standpoint, it's very, very competitive. That, if I'm nitpicking, maybe 10 to 15% more of like the floaty, wafty feeling. I feel like in my mind, my A8L could do the land yacht kind of floating along experience just a little bit better. And then, let's see, do I have any other complaints? Not really. It's got all the features, all the technology features, luxury features that you would expect. It's got very, very nice materials on the inside, very luxurious, very comfortable. It's got the presence. Overall, this thing is really, really nice. And again, for a pretty competitive price point still. Let me take you on a quick tour of a rather dirty G90 Black Edition because, well, black car, winter, pretty much a losing battle trying to keep it clean, but it has very distinctive design. The latest Genesis refresh updated the headlights to include all these little squares of lighting inside the 2 lines of lighting, which is the design element that continues along the side. You have 2 additional lighting elements there on the fender, and we have these rather chunky 5-spoke, kind of a reverse twist wheel. They're 21-inch, and as a Black Edition, of course, everything is blacked out on this car, including this big shield grille up front that's supposed to echo the look of the Genesis shield in the logo with the wings on either side. So that's all blacked out mesh there. This is the G90, right? So the flagship full-size luxury sedan. The numbers denote the hierarchy. There's the G70, smaller, more compact, the G80, and then G90. Same thing for the SUVs. We have the GV70, the GV80, but there is no GV90. I could see them doing a full-size luxury SUV, but right now, this is the flagship. Coming along to the rear, we have the continuation of those 2 lines of lighting, the blacked out Genesis lettering, and the G90 badge. It's pretty subtle from a badging standpoint. And then we have these exhaust tips that have a similar shield shape that matches the grille and that logo. Cool little detail right there. And I really like this sharp crease here, the strong shoulder line. But overall, a really distinctive looking full-size luxury sedan. I've been the chauffeur all week for Angel, so I think it's my turn to hop in the back and experience some of the luxury of the G90 rear seat. We've had this front passenger seat angled forward pretty much the entire week to maximize rear leg room. I'm gonna go ahead and press this button to close that door. You can also use the buttons here in the center console to close either of the rear doors. We also have a control screen right here. Like most luxury sedans, this passenger seat is the best because you can push that one forward and you have the maximum amount of leg room. I'm 6'3" and I've got actually pretty good leg room. And yeah, no leg rest, but you can definitely stretch out and relax. All right, so we have a touch screen right here for our heated seats, cooled seats, your temperature. You can change that. You can go to your massage settings. Whoa, that's pretty cool. All right, you can turn on massage seats. I can control the various shades. You can open and close the privacy shades from here. Okay, and there's also the one up here. We have dual sunroofs. So if I go ahead and close this one, there's also the one up there. And then we have a B&O speaker in the middle, little makeup vanity mirror kind of things back here. More speakers, full suede headliner. See the privacy shades, there's two components. There's this piece and then this piece here. And then there's another little window back here. You get like 3 distinct windows. And then we have this wood trim back here, and I really like this etching pattern. Gives it a really elegant look. You can see some of that ambient lighting. Similar memory seats. This is to go into that rest mode to return. Massage seats are currently running. We have really nice and soft headrest pillows, plenty of quilted leather. There's a little pass-through here to the trunk, and then the inboard seat controls. I can actually press this button too if I want to move the front passenger seat out of the way. For example, if it was back here and I want my leg room, I can control the front seat by pressing that button. Otherwise, this would control my recline and adjustment for my seat back here. This is a properly nice executive rear seat experience for sure. Let's go for a drive and wrap up final thoughts on what it's been like to live with this G90 Black Edition. This thing is properly impressive, and it's really cool seeing where Genesis came from as a model in the Hyundai lineup, and then they spun it off as its own luxury sub-brand, and now they're building cars like this to go up against the Mercedes S-Class, the Audi A8, the BMW 7 Series, and this thing is properly impressive. I had to think so hard to come up with any valid complaints or room for improvement, right? And I have to be so nitpicky. One of the things, like, do I wish comfort mode was maybe a little more wafty in terms of like the air suspension, right? Maybe 10 to 15% more floaty feeling, but this is still a very serene, comfortable, quiet experience as you would expect in a luxury sedan like this. I mean, so nitpicky. The B&O sound system is nice, it's very good. It doesn't quite blow me away like the Burmester upgraded sound system in the Mercedes S-Class, but it's also, I mean, that's thousands of dollars as an option, right? This is still very nice. Like, there really aren't any complaints. It does all the things really well at a rather compelling price point. We're talking thousands of dollars less than some of the German rivals, because this is just optioned up. Like, the executive rear seat experience is fantastic, and you don't have to check a bunch of multi-$1,000 option packages for that rear seat experience. It just comes this way. So that is really impressive. Genesis has a pretty good warranty too. Like, as a former A8L owner, I would properly consider one of these as a big luxury daily driver. The materials are really nice, great massage seats. The rear steer means that even for a big luxury sedan, it's still maneuverable and handles well. It's got some of the little wow tech features and things that you really like. And honestly, Genesis overall has that. Like, I love blind view monitor. When you go to indicate, make a lane change, it pulls up a camera view. The pulling the vehicle forward and back with the key fob, that's pretty handy. The power closing doors, I am obsessed with that, right? Now, other vehicles in the segment have it. BMW 7 Series, right? I love playing around with that, but that means this is just equally as competitive. As a Black Edition, it just fully loaded, optioned up, right? Kind of got that blacked out, menacing look to it. But this thing is very nice and has me quite excited for the future of Genesis, because they're working on a lot of different things. You have the wingback concept, which might come to production, that big wagon thing based off this platform, which looks absolutely spectacular. You have the Magma sub-brand, and then you have that mid-engine supercar, which is supposed to come with a V8, I believe. They confirmed that, right? But the thing looks almost like a baby Koenigsegg. Like, it's so cool. Their styling is distinctive. The interiors are definitely nice. There's so many, oh, I didn't even mention that, right? There's so many physical buttons and controls. It's not just giant tablets slapped all over the interior, right? Look at Mercedes. They're kind of moving to way too big of screens. Now, we do have big display screens here, but I just use CarPlay to pretty much whole time, and the built-in system is fine. Like, there's still a lot of physical buttons and things like that. It's just executed nicely. Nice materials, nice design, great ergonomics, great features, all for a, honestly, pretty compelling price point. And I love that it just well optioned. I was playing around with the configurator before the car showed up, and I'm like, wait, there's nothing else to check. You like pick your paint, and it's just like done. There's like accessories, like little things to add on, right? But there's not like 17 different massive packages that you have to option to get it the way you want it, right? Design packages and interior this and all those kind of things. So this thing is really, really cool. What else would I like to see? A performance iteration, like a V8 one. Now imagine a Genesis G90 Magma to go up against the S63 or something like that, the Audi A8. There are people who want that when they're shopping for a big luxury sedan, and you get that halo effect. Maybe that's what the wingback is supposed to be. Throw a V8 in that, the really cool exhaust tips on that thing. That would be really, really cool to see. But overall, I am properly impressed with this G90 Black Edition. Absolutely love driving it this week, and I can say with confidence that my wife Angel also really enjoyed riding in the back seat in executive luxury comfort. She just had like Uber Black all week, getting chauffeured in the back seat. She just would hop back there, and I'm like, yep, that's fine with me. I would love to give her the luxury experience whenever possible. But the G90, two thumbs up. Really, really like this thing. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Thanks for watching.